Did you know that some of the wealthiest people in history didn't just work hard? They used a secret code, a mental blueprint for attracting wealth that only a tiny fraction of people ever discover. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to reveal this code. We'll uncover why a poor Scottish immigrant became one of America's richest men. We'll expose the hidden mental habit of a modern tech billionaire. And finally, I'll share the one single thought that connects them both, a thought you can start using today. But the truth behind this code is simpler and more shocking than you can imagine. Stick with me, because what I'm about to share could change the way you see money forever. Let's start with a man named Andrew Carnegie. You might know him as a steel tycoon, a name on a library. But in the late 1800s, he was a poor kid from Scotland who arrived in America with nothing. So, how did he end up as one of the richest men in the world? It wasn't just luck or timing. It was a mindset, a specific way of thinking that he stumbled upon. Carnegie believed the universe was a friendly place ready to give you what you wanted. But you had to be crystal clear about your request. He didn't just wish for money. He developed what he called a definite chief aim. This wasn't a vague goal. It was a precise, vivid, and emotionally charged picture of his future. He saw himself as a leader of industry, not just a worker. This shift from wishing to deciding was the first key to the code. He was programming his mind for success before he even had a dollar to his name. And here's a mini surprise. Sources say he would spend hours each day in quiet contemplation, not just thinking, but feeling the reality of his success. It was a full-body experience. This wasn't just positive thinking. It was a deliberate mental rehearsal for wealth. But he was only the beginning. The code would evolve, and the next person to crack it would take it to a whole new level. Now here's where things get really interesting. Let's fast forward about 100 years. The world is different. We have computers, the internet, and a new generation of innovators. One of them is a name you definitely know, Steve Jobs. Jobs was famous for his reality distortion field. People who worked with him said he could convince anyone of almost anything. He could make them believe that impossible deadlines were possible. But this wasn't just a sales tactic. It was the second piece of the wealth code in action. Jobs, like Carnegie, had an unwavering belief in his vision. He didn't just want to build a computer. He wanted to put a dent in the universe. His vision was so clear in his own mind that it became infectious. He manifested his reality by first creating it internally, with such intensity that it started to bend the world around him. He wasn't asking the universe for permission. He was telling it what was going to happen. This is a critical upgrade from Carnegie's method. Carnegie asked for what he wanted. Jobs declared it. He saw the iPhone in his mind, fully formed, years before the technology was even ready. He held that vision, protected it, and refused to let anyone tell him it was impossible. That absolute certainty, the refusal to accept no, is the second secret of the code. But if you think that's crazy, wait until you hear the third part. It's what ties it all together and makes it something you can use right now. This brings us to the most shocking discovery of all. The third manifester isn't a historical figure or a famous CEO. It's someone you've probably never heard of, but whose story completes the puzzle. Let's call her Sarah, a young entrepreneur from the UK. Sarah started a small online business from her apartment in Manchester. For 2 years, she struggled. She worked 16-hour days, followed all the business advice, but she was barely making ends meet. She was frustrated and close to giving up. She knew about Carnegie's definite chief aim and Jobs' reality distortion field. She tried to visualize success, but it felt hollow. It felt like she was just lying to herself. And that's when she stumbled upon the third and final piece of the code, detached action. See, Carnegie had the vision. Jobs had the unwavering belief, but both of them also worked relentlessly. The missing link for Sarah was that she was too attached to the outcome. Her happiness, her self-worth, it was all tied to whether her business succeeded tomorrow. This created a desperate, needy energy that repelled success. The final secret is this: you must hold the vision with absolute certainty, just like Jobs, but you must take action without being attached to the immediate results. You do the work because the work itself is aligned with your vision, not because you need a specific outcome today. Sarah shifted her mindset. She decided, I am a successful entrepreneur. My business is a success. And today, my job is to joyfully take the next step. She detached from the numbers in her bank account and focused on serving her customers. The desperation vanished, and within 6 months, her business revenue exploded. She hadn't worked harder. She had worked with a different energy, an energy of certainty, not of need. This is the complete code, a clear vision, an unshakable belief, and joyful, detached action. So what does all this mean for you today, whether you're in the US, the UK, or anywhere else? It means that building wealth isn't just about what you do. It's about who you are being while you're doing it. The secret code is a formula for your state of being. Step 1. Define your aim. Not just I want to be rich. Be specific. How much? By when? What does it feel like? Write it down. Make it a vivid, emotional story. That's your Carnegie step. Step 2. Believe in that vision with every cell in your body. When doubts creep in, and they will, you don't fight them. You acknowledge them and gently return to your vision. You must protect your internal world like a fortress. That's your job step. Step 3. Take action from a place of service and enjoyment, not desperation. This is the hardest part. You have to fall in love with the process. You're not taking action to get something. You're taking action because it is an expression of the successful person you have already decided to be. That's your Sarah step. This 3-part code rewires your brain and your energy. You stop chasing wealth and start attracting it. You become a magnet for opportunities because you are broadcasting a signal of success, not a signal of lack. Before we wrap up, there's one final thing you need to know. The common thread, the engine behind this entire code, is a single, powerful feeling: gratitude. But not the way you think. It's not about being thankful for what you have. It's about feeling grateful in advance for the success that is already on its way. Carnegie, in his private writings, expressed gratitude for the riches he was destined to create. Jobs, in his own way, acted with the calm assurance of someone who knew the universe was on his side. And Sarah's breakthrough came when she started her day by feeling thankful for the clients she was about to serve. This gratitude in advance is the fuel. It shifts your emotional state from wanting to having. It closes the gap between you and your desire. You're not hoping it will happen. You're grateful that it is happening. That feeling, that powerful, quiet confidence, is the ultimate wealth magnet. It's the secret that was never written down in their business plans, but was etched into their every thought and action. So, to recap, the secret wealth code isn't about hustle or a magic trick. It's a 3-step process. First, create a definite, crystal clear vision like Carnegie. Second, hold that vision with the unshakable certainty of Steve Jobs. And third, take joyful, detached action knowing that success is inevitable, just like Sarah did. The secret ingredient that powers it all is feeling gratitude for your success before it even appears. If this opened your eyes to a new way of thinking, hit that subscribe button, because we're just scratching the surface. In our next video, we're going to break down the daily habits of self-made millionaires that reinforce this exact code. You won't want to miss it. And I have a question for you. Which of the 3 steps do you find the most challenging? The vision, the belief, or the detached action? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.